Internet, good evening, for the last time. Alright, so thank you for watching our Diamond Cap coverage of the OKLCS. We'll be getting into the final game of the night, TRZ versus Dirty Brett and the boys. There was a fourth match in Diamond Cap, but it was a forfeit as a result of the off-brand failing to schedule their game. We'll be going ahead and jumping right into this game. TRZ on blue side versus Dirty Brett and the boys on red side. Okay, we'll go ahead and turn chat off. Anyways, so TRZ ganks joining the lineup, or maybe it was a name change. I really couldn't tell you. I don't keep up with that nearly as much as I should. TRZ Clutch going to get to play Gangplank this game. TRZ Leroy going to take a little bit of damage from Chris Can't Miss. Chris Can't Miss playing that Karma mid. I really love Karma mid. Karma mid is one of my favorite things to play. Anyways, TRZ Clutch going to be getting to play his Gangplank this game. Gangplank going to be the champion that he notably climbed to Diamond with. On the other side, Call Me Cheesy with that Nunu pick. Nunu was nerfed a little bit on the most recent patch. I don't know how much it affected his win rate, but he was an absolute monster on the previous patch. Just so tanky, just so unnaturally tanky. You could not break him. TRZ Gank's going to be pulling out this Jarvan as well. Jarvan, a champion that received a few little buffs previously, didn't really come into prominence very much. Alright, so both junglers going to be leashed onto their Krugs by their respective laners. Weenie in the top lane going to be playing this Pantheon. Is going to be a really big bully up against this Gangplank for the most part to begin with. Pantheon just naturally a lane bully, Gangplank being a champion that really wants to scale up. So we might see a little bit one-sided laning phase at the very least. So Oblivious is going to be playing this Thresh up against the Nami from Deranged. Nami, one of the most lane dominant supports. Had fallen just because she's ranged, she has a lot of harass, she has a lot of sustain. You can trade almost indiscriminately because you can always sustain it. You will almost always have more sustain than the enemy support will. The Aqua Prison is not going to go land onto Naked Beekeeper. They do not make anything of their level 2 advantage, and now Naked Beekeeper and Oblivious will have the level 2 as well. Chris Can't Miss going to take a little bit of damage there, but so is TRZ Leroy. They trade about evenly in this mid lane. Leroy going to get shoved in by Chris Can't Miss. Naturally, most Karmas will do that, whether they be in the support role or in the mid lane role. Just trying to aggress on the Clutch every time he tries to step forward for some CS. 16-5 now in that top lane. Alright, so Ganks recalls very early, picks up the Machete, the second jungle item, as well as the Pink Ward. Jarvan, not a champion that really ganks clears very healthily at all at the beginning of the game. Even sometimes goes very low towards the mid game. Jarvan just doesn't have very good sustain, his armor stats not very high. It's a really rough time for Jarvan players. Anyways, Weenie going to be bullying away Clutch as you would expect in this matchup. Clutch is just going to be relying on his Gangplank to scale up. And now a big wave starting to build in favor of TRZ, which is not really what you'd want, because that means the wave is going to be pushing away closer to Weenie's tower. Call Me Cheesy gonna counter jungle the Raptors away from ganks. Now Clutch is going to get aggressed on by Weenie here. He's going to get stunned up. Not too much damage, but his only auto attack blocked away. Call Me Cheesy going to get jumped on by TRZ Ganks here, as well as Leroy. Oblivious is going to throw out the death sentence, pull him back in after the flash. The lantern goes out, and Call Me Cheesy might go down here. He's going to get the speed from the Scuttle Crab, but no! First blood over to TRZ Ganks. Ah, the TSM logo coming out of TRZ Clutch. Ah, I love North American fans. They're so funny. Alright, so Weenie taking a little bit of harass actually from Clutch there. He's going to stun him up. The Ignite goes down just before the Lemons came out, so they're going to trade flashes here. There's the barrels, and the nice spear is not going to be enough to kill off Clutch. The Corrupting Potion was running as well as Deathfire Touch, but not enough to secure the kill. Clutch able to barely survive. They both burned their flashes, but Weenie did also burn his Ignite. Clutch might burn his teleport in response to get back up to the lane, and that'll even them out in terms of summoners, but Weenie gonna get ganked by Ganks here. Is gonna get the flag and drag, and the auto attack is gonna be enough. No, he gets the double block, and no, he will go down eventually. He blocked the first auto attack with his passive, reset it with the Aegis of Zeonia, so he almost made it out there. But no summoners means that Weenie will go down. That means overall advantage in favor of TRZ Clutch. But Clutch backs, he picks up only the Cull and the Doran's Ring. He's not going to be able to build those into anything. Just hoping to make his laning phase a little bit better. He doesn't even burn his teleport back up into the top lane. So he's still sitting down about 18 CS over, or under Weenie rather. Chris can't miss aggressing onto Leroy in the mid lane, doing a lot of damage. Building towards the Athene's Unholy Grail, which is, of course, more of a support style item now, but on a mid laner like Karma where you want the mana sustain, you get the magic resist, you get a good passive for her, so it's really very acceptable. It just means that you're trying to play a more supportive role in your team rather than being the big damage threat, which you could very easily understand with carries like Jinx, also going to be empowered by the Nunu. Here comes Nunu into the mid lane, forces the Ghost away from Leroy, did not want to get rooted up there. Call Me Cheesy moving once again into the jungle of TRZ. TRZ Ganks is already level 6, however. Call Me Cheesy wasting a lot of time in transit trying to counter jungle. Not getting a whole lot done on that front. Weenie will take a barrel combo. He has the Serrated Dirk, so he's going to be doing quite a bit of damage now. Looking to try and just harass Clutch without repercussion. Clutch will have the remove Scurvy to refill his health. Alright, so Clutch uses the Cannon Barrage just to clear out this minion wave, try and secure as much of it as he can for himself. Still down about 18 CS in this matchup, but doing relatively well. Call Me Cheesy's taking away his own red buff. He will finally hit 6 off of that. No, he's actually not 6 yet. He's really not been farming very efficiently on this Nunu. You do want to counter jungle as Nunu, but you don't want to do it to the extent that you're putting yourself behind in terms of experience. Ganks already finished his Cinder Hulk as well. He's going for a very tanky build on this Jarvan. Call Me Cheesy in the blue buff area did not get the chance to steal that one away. His mid laner had just recalled, so was not able to lend him any support. That does mean, however, that Leroy will not be getting a blue buff for this rotation. They're going to try and... Oh, the nice slow from the barrel combo onto Weenie, and the Cataclysm catches him up, but he's going to throw down the nice, what do you call it, Grand Skyfall just to do enough damage onto Clutch to secure the kill with the Ignite and the help of Cheesy. And now he and Ganks are going to trade back and forth. He consumes. Get some health back. Ganks does have the level advantage and a blue buff to work with. I'm not sure that Call Me Cheesy really fancies his 1v1 chances. The shockwave is going to pull Chris Can't Miss away, and the last bit of that Mantra Q will not find TRZ Leroy for the solo kill in the mid lane. Right, so Naked Beekeeper has about a wave ahead in terms of CS, as well as this wave that's going to be pushing into the tower to pick up. He's building towards the Youmuu's Ghostblade build onto this Lucian. A lot of people have been saying that the crit-based Lucian builds are going to make a resurgence here. Clutch is going to absorb some of this mid lane CS while he waits for Leroy to come back. But the crit build on Lucian, it's never really bad. It's just that you value the power spike from this Youmuu's Ghostblade Black Cleaver build. But a lot of people are saying now that the late game that you were afforded by the crit build on Lucian is just so much more valuable now than the power spike from the armor penetration build. So we might see a resurgence towards that crit build. Naked Beekeeper taking a lot of free autos from Biscuit Titchbit. Right. Biscuit Titchbit is going to get hooked in here by TRZ Oblivious. The Ganks is going to follow through, and Leroy picks up the kill with the Command Attack Dissonance combo. Call Me Cheesy going to get flashed on by Ganks. I guess he's just flashing over the Tidal Wave. Not really all that necessary. Clutch in the top lane. There's the Mantra Q. Takes a lot of damage onto Naked Beekeeper as well as Ganks. But in the end, it is a 4v1. Chris Can't Miss, not going for anything here. Leroy does still have that Command Shockwave. The Ocean Dragon will go over to TRZ. And Biscuit Titchbit, moving way too aggressively, did not have vision of TRZ Ganks. He just surprised him out of the Tri-Brush. Alright, Fiend's Unholy Grail completed on Chris Can't Miss. Leroy still taking quite a bit of damage there. Call Me Cheesy has finished his Cinder Hulk, but the Cinder Hulk and the Tiamat already finished for Ganks. Clutch building the Sheen up towards the Trinity Force. Standard first item on Gangplank. The Youmuu's Ghostblade going to be coming out for Weenie very soon here. Weenie still has a 31 CS lead. Chris Can't Miss going to get spotted by a ward. They're both going to take each other's combos there, but Leroy going to pull Chris Can't Miss in by the Shockwave, but Chris Can't Miss has the Athene's magic resist as well as the the shields coming out. Leroy did not make use of the Command Protect shield in that last trade there. Oh, but TRZ Ganks is here, and Chris Can't Miss forced to flash away from the Flag and Drag. Deranged pulled back into the tower range, but he did not have the tower aggro. Naked Beekeeper throws down the culling, and Weenie gonna stun out TRZ Clutch that gets cleansed instantly by Remove Scurvy. He's gonna throw down the barrels. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage onto Weenie, actually. Weenie getting the much better end of that trade. Oblivious moving forward to try and zone away the bottom lane of Dirty Brett and the boys. Oh, Biscuit Titchbit might have walked a little bit too far forward here. He dodges away from the Dead Sentence very nicely. Clutch really suffering as a result of the matchup he's placed in. Now down about 48 CS at 14 minutes. Leroy backs away from Chris Can't Miss very nicely. Uses the minions to his advantage to try and block away a lot of the damage from Chris Can't Miss. Throws out the Mantra Q, but here's the Flag and Drag and the Cataclysm. Ganks jumps onto Chris Can't Miss, and Chris Can't Miss has no flash. He's not going to be able to survive this one. Ganks now on a rampage. Ah, another TSM fan. Excellent. How was your quarterfinal matchup, TSM fans? Okay, here's the Grand Skyfall. Weenie jumps onto Clutch. He's gonna cleanse away immediately, but the Ignite goes down. He flashes forward for that Q, And he will get the solo kill. Weenie with the Grand Skyfall secures his solo kill onto TRZ Clutch. And Clutch probably should have just flashed away the instant the Grand Skyfall came out. Got a little greedy, wanted to try and see if he could get away without Flash. In the end, flashes and dies anyway. Now Ganks and Call Me Cheesy fighting over this blue buff. Cheesy, of course, Nunu gonna be able to secure it with the Smite Consume. Naked Beekeeper and Oblivious trying to see if they can grab first tower here. Naked Beekeeper is gonna get pulled in by the Lantern. Just to secure a pink ward, I guess. Chris can't miss jumping onto Leroy, but Weenie getting jumped up by TRZ Ganks, and now Weenie without his flash will go down. He stuns up Ganks for a little bit. He's gonna have the flag and drag combo, doesn't need it, just uses the Dragon's Lance. Alright, so Ganks and Clutch gonna be grabbing this Rift Herald. Eventually, they're gonna hand it off to Clutch, see if he can, that makes him a little bit more survivable in lane. He's still down about 40 CS, has picked up the Phage and the Sheen, however. The Yomu's Ghostblade and Boots of Swiftness Pantheon. He's gonna be running down TRZ Clutch right about now.
More powder.
Yeah, Clutch just gonna double jungle for a little bit with Ganks, see if he can get some experience, get some CS, get some gold. Try and avoid the 1v1 with Weenie, because at this point Weenie can absolutely just run him down and solo kill him. Naked Beekeeper up about 18 CS over Biscuit Titchpit. Oh, Ganks pulls in the Cataclysm. Shockwave pulls in Chris Can't Miss, and Chris Can't Miss still without his flash. Will go down immediately. And Bubble lands onto TRC Oblivious, that's doing some damage onto Naked Beekeeper. Those ranged autos from Biscuit Titchpit doing quite a bit. No response from TRZ, but and here's Call Me Cheesy. He's gonna throw it on the box. TRZ Oblivious gonna get knocked up. No, he flashes away from the tidal wave. And here's Ganks, however, they don't have vision of him, and Call Me Cheesy gonna get caught here. Aqua Prison, but it doesn't matter because the death sentence pulls Call Me Cheesy back in. There's the cannon barrage, a little bit poorly placed by Clutch. I'm not sure what he was doing there, but Weenie's here as well. He's gonna stun up Ganks, but not before the flag and drag came out. Oblivious taking a little bit of damage there, but not enough to kill him off. And TRZ now significantly in the lead, about 4.6k gold, and Weenie gonna take a decent bit of damage there. Shockwave not available. They used it on that tower, or that mid lane gank, and actually it will be Clutch that secures the first tower of the game, as well as the solo gold for that one. That's going to do a lot towards putting him back into contention with Weenie. Alright, so Aqua Prison will land on the Naked Beekeeper, chained into the Flame Chompers. No, because they didn't place it right there. And he will be able to summon or heal out. Biscuit Titchbit, if he just placed those Flame Chompers directly beneath him instead of just to cut him off, that probably would have been a kill. Alright, now Oblivious is going to pull TRZ Ganks right into an Aqua Prison, flash away from the flag and drag. The exhaust goes down on TRZ Ganks, and it will be enough to secure Biscuit Titchbit to escape. No, because Oblivious comes forward with the Flay, Flay's Deranged back in as well. The Dragon's Lance not enough to pick off Deranged. Dirty Brett and the boys slowly bleeding gold away. Oh, but here we go. Weenie comes into the mid lane and jumps onto TRC Leroy. Chris Can't Miss flashes for that one. I'm not sure you needed a flash. Your top laner probably had that one, especially with the Ignite he dropped down onto Leroy as well. But another tower goes down in favor of TRZ. Ganks is just doing absolute work on this Jarvan, just ganking every lane successfully, helping to secure that bottom lane tower. Dirty Brett and the boys gonna try and pick up this mid lane wave, or a tower. Call Me Cheesy gonna get interrupted out of absolute zero. And TRZ Ganks comes in from the backside, and they're gonna secure the kill onto Call Me Cheesy as well. Super Mega Death Rocket, not enough to pick off anyone. Weenie did kill TRZ Oblivious in the end. Clutch throws out those barrels, does a lot of damage onto Deranged. The Mantra Q comes out, Naked Beekeeper dodges away from it. $6.7k gold lead now in favor of TRZ. And it's been a trend today where junglers don't want to hand their mid laners blue buffs. I don't think they need it. Maybe the junglers just would like it for their clears. Jarvan, of course, a very mana hungry. What was that? I heard something that was really scary. Jarvan, of course, a very mana hungry jungler. Oh, but TRZ Oblivious pulls Leroy back in. Shockwave is gonna pull Biscuit Titchbit in towards him, but they didn't have enough follow-up damage to secure the kill there. Alright, so TRZ gonna be starting off this Cloud Drake. Chris Can't Miss is in the area, and they know it's going down, but it's going down so quickly, the Tidal Wave is gonna come out, dodged away, Leroy's gonna get caught by Aqua Prison. There's Weenie with the Grand Skyfall there, gonna secure it over to TRZ, Naked Beekeeper gonna get jumped on by Weenie, but takes so much of the culling in the end, and he is gonna go down in the end, but TRZ Ganks picks him off. Call Me Cheesy with the absolute zero is gonna get interrupted by the Flag and Drag knockup, and he will go down eventually. Ooh, misses the Dragon's Lands. Call Me Cheesy, but TRZ Leroy out the backside. Clutch picks him off with the parlay. And now Biscuit Titchbit a little bit out of position. TRZ Ganks gonna get the Flag and Dragon on Chris Can't Miss, knocks him up. And he is gonna get the Summoner heal from Biscuit Titchbit. But there's the nice barrel as well as the TRZ Ganks picks him up. Another kill with the parlay. Chris Can't Miss looking for the kill on the Ganks, but doesn't find it. Clutch looking for it onto Chris Can't Miss as well, but Chris Can't Miss dodges away. And Leroy gonna steal away the blue buff of Dirty Brett and the boys. Frozen Heart finished for Call Me Cheesy, but the Titanic Hydra and the Makings of the Dead Man's already for TRZ Ganks over that. Rabadon's Death Cap is going to be the item of choice for Chris Can't Miss after the Athene's Unholy Grail and the Ionian Boots of Lucidity. They pick up their third and fourth towers in very quick succession in favor of TRZ. 0 towers still for Dirty Brett and the boys. I'm terrified. There are ambient horror sounds coming out of this house. Clutch is going to get slowed up by Chris Can't Miss there. He's going to throw down the barrel damage as well as the speed boost you get from that one. Yomu's Ghostblade gonna be the next item for Clutch. Pretty standard. You probably want to finish off those boots just for a little bit more movement speed. Both him and Call Me Cheesy actually have not yet finished their tier 2 boots. Alright, so Clutch finishes off the Yomu's Ghostblade, picks up a BF sword, probably going towards that Duskblade Track Tharp. Oh, Call Me Cheesy gonna get caught here. He gets flag and dragged into the Death Sentence, into the Command Shockwave, but he's so tanky, he flashes away, and Ganks has to flash or follow him with the Cataclysm, and the Aqua Prison means that Call Me Cheesy is actually gonna survive. They burn so much from that. Shockwave, the Death Sentence, the box. Oh, but TRZ Ganks doesn't have any of that. The Cannon Barrage comes down to zone them away as Ganks jumps forward. Super Mega Death Rocket not going to be enough to secure any kills. Oh, Weenie gonna get jumped on over the wall by TRZ Ganks. And Ganks is so tanky right now. He has the Dead Man's Plate, the Titanic Hydra as well. And they're just autoing each other, but Weenie has the Ignite. And there's the support from Chris Can't Miss. He comes out, flashes forward for the one. Oh, clutching now. Went a little bit too hard. Tried to kill off Biscuit Titchbit on his own, but he had the support of 4 other boys. So, Ganks and Clutch give up some relatively free kills there, just going a little bit too aggressive. Alright, Leroy gonna take away his own blue buff. Kinda maybe afraid that Ganks wouldn't give it to him if he got to the area. Ganks building towards what is likely the Black Cleaver next. Oh, Shockwave pulls Weenie back in, and he's gonna die in the air. Jumps through the box and just goes down. So Biscuit, Titchbit, and the other 3 boys will be giving him over the red buff. Oblivious sweeping out the Baron area. They do know that there's no vision of it, but now they have vision. The Zap finds Ganks and a couple more wards, and Death Sentence lands on the Biscuit Titchbit. Nice cannon barrage into that corridor, and Clutch picks him off. Deranged is going to go down to TRZ Ganks as well, and an auto attack from Leroy kills off Call Me Cheesy. Chris Can't Miss pops the Ghost, dodges away from the barrel, and Ganks flashes over the wall. He's going to slow him up, and the flash EQ means that Clutch will secure that kill. There's a quick ace in favor of TRZ, and they're moving on to this mid-inhib tower. They are going to get it. Weenie is alive now. He has the Grand Skyfall, but he can't go into 4 members of TRZ. Mid-inhib is going to go down as Ganks continues to push in that top lane wave. Yeah, and they are going to get this top lane tower as well. No more towers remaining outside of Dirty Brett and the boys' base. They already have that mid-inhib. 0 towers down for TRZ even. Dirty Brett and the boys might need to work on where they are on the map. They're just not responding appropriately. Oh, Call Me Cheesy drops a ping for it. It's instantly taken out. Oh, Deranged moves forward for Necropus and they stun each other, but it doesn't matter because Deranged is the one who's going to pay the price for it. Now TRZ with that pick might look towards this Baron here. Man, so many TSM fans here on TRZ. So unfortunate that your team couldn't make it out of groups. The hope of North America, they said. Anyways, TRZ taking away this Baron so quickly. Oblivious throws out the Death Sentence. Here comes Weenie with the Grand Skyfall. It is going to go down to Leroy, actually, and Weenie just gets obliterated as he comes in. Cannon Barrage took out about half of Biscuit Titchbit's HP. And now Ganks coming around the side. The other 3 members of TRZ coming out as well. Though teleport behind them from Clutch. No, he cancels it. Probably a good idea. Gangplank not the best of flanking top laners. Probably just get blown up if his team can't collapse fast enough. But now they have Baron buff minions. And they have 5 members stacked here. They already killed off Weenie. And they're going to be able to take away this top lane tower. And there's the tidal wave to try and stop him. But it's hardly gonna matter. And TRZ Ganks immediately jumps onto Chris Can't Miss with the Cataclysm. The shot flash still not available. The range throws on the Acro Prison, flashes away. And Biscuit Titchbit and Deranged pulled in by the Shockwave, and they're both going to go down. Leroy picks up a double kill before going down to Weenie. Naked Beekeeper focusing down the inhib. Clutch is the one who secures it. Yeah, and I don't think Weenie can actually do this anymore. He's not that tanky. Yeah, and now they're all flash forward, trying to pick off this hyper tank, Call Me Cheesy. Summoner Hero comes out to catch up to him, and the ace for TRZ. And that is very likely going to be the game. Still 14 seconds left on just the support of Dirty Brett and the boys. They have super minions, they have Baron buff, and it will be the game for TRZ. Unfortunately, I will not be able to pull up the match history for you, as this one was correctly done from LOL replay. But that will be the final game of the night. I'm sorry, I got tired of wearing the Reaper hood. But that will be it. Full new win with the Unlucky with the victory over Full New Win, Retribution the win over Landsnake, and TRZ with the win over Dirty Brett and the boys. Sorry for somewhat of a lackluster stream tonight. We probably didn't have a whole lot of people watching anyway, seeing as it is Halloween night. I'm also kind of a little out of it myself, personally. So, I think we'll just go ahead and end the stream here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you didn't get a chance to watch it, I hope that you're watching this on the YouTube channel. Join us next week for 4 more games, hopefully, of Gold Capped, 4 more games, hopefully, of Diamond Capped, and I'll see you then. Thank you for watching. I'm Agent A2, and it's an honor to stream with Get Wrecked.